Hey, how's it going? Happy Thursday. Hey, my name is Debbie Tona. I'm the owner and furniture artist down here at Tona Transformations. And every Thursday I do a little segment called Thrifty Thursday Transformations, where I take something that I have thrifted either at a thrift store, an auction, a garage sale, or from my closet, and just upcycle it to something pretty and new and something that we can use. So I found something in my back room, and I keep promising you guys to take you and show you, like I have a mini thrift store in my back room because I have been collecting crap for years. So I am live on my Facebook page and my YouTube, and my comments will show up. So just say hi when you get here. Let me know where you're watching from. I got this. You see that? It's a box. I forgot I had it. I bought this at the local auction. I'm not sure how much I paid for it, but the whole thing is the lid comes off. And look at it, it's like a little caddy. So you could put, I was talking to Benita that works with me here, and I was saying, how fun would this be? Because we're both gardeners. If I made this into like a seed catalog thing, so we could put all of our seed packets, vegetables, flowers, something like that. So I'm going to style it in that motif. Doesn't mean you have to use it for that. Or what if you use it as a tea caddy, like you put all your tea bags or your coffee, you know, who's into the different flavors of coffees or mugs or something. I just think it's super cool. So this lid comes off. So you could, in essence, use this if you want to use it for coffee or tea caddy, like a little serving tray. It just fits right on top of it, and it makes this cute little box. Isn't that fun? Hi, Ronnie. Hi, Des. Isn't it cool? It's super cool, right? So I'm going to take the lid off because I think I want, I don't know. I'm thinking decoupage. So let's put you down. You got to paint. I'm going to put decoupage on top of this, and it's got to go over these things. So we'll figure out how to do that. You need, when you're going to do decoupage, you've got to be able to see the decoupage paper. So I'm not even going to use a container. I'm just going to pour it right on here. The only way you can see decoupage paper is not on a dark background. I always paint the back of the things that I'm going to decoupage over a lighter color. Okay, so I'm just using some white. I'm just pouring it on here. And to preface how I prep this piece, I washed it with Dixie Belle's White Lightning, which I do with every single thing that I paint. Every piece of furniture, every piece of home decor. It is a granular cleaner that you add to water and you wash, and then you rinse it with just regular clean water. I didn't feel like dirty in my container, so I'm just going to paint this white really quick so that the decoupage, we're going to end up painting a different color anyhow, but I wanted to just see, so the decoupage will show up real quick. Doesn't have to be like perfect. Put that to the side. Let this dry really quick. But while this is drying, what about this paper? Right? This paper is called Vintage Texture Sunflower. I do have these on my website, which is tonatransformations.com. You can order any of the products that I'm using today on that. I will put up my, there you go, at the bottom. So now you can see it. That's where you can order. Isn't this pretty? So this is actually a 20 by 30 sheet of decoupage paper with the sunflowers, but we only need a portion of it. So let's figure out how to do that. Let's dry this real quick. It won't take long to dry because I literally put such a thin coat on here. And then we're going to decoupage it on, and then we're going to paint the box while the decoupage is drying. Sound like a plan? Have you guys been enjoying your summer so far? So I'm in Idaho, and we just got summer, and then we lost it. We went a 20-degree swing in one day. We went from like 89 to 69. Now we're getting warm again. I don't know if the weather is like where you are, but that's how the weather is here. Every year we'll go from winter to summer. We don't have any in between. Okay, so that's dry. So the reason that I painted this white first was so that when I put this dark paper on here, the print will stay vibrant. If I didn't do that, the print wouldn't stay vibrant, and it truly wouldn't stay vibrant. So I'm going to try to figure out how I kind of want to do this. I think I'm just going to decoupage it, to be honest, like right, boom, boom, around like that. Maybe, but I don't know if that's going to work. I really don't. I'm not sure. Because it has these bumps, right? I don't really want to cut it though. I kind of really want most of the flour to be on here. Maybe go this way a little bit, and without wasting like this huge sheet of paper on one lid, right? How about like that? We might be able to use some of this for some of the sides. I'm not really worried about the sides of the box. Let me think about this. Any ideas? Maybe a pair of scissors. So I'm just going to wing it because that's what I do. I wing everything. Let me kind of just cut it here. The paper is really pretty, and I think I have some extra sheets. I think. Hey, Val. 43 year in Montana, 43 and overcast. That's worse than you left Idaho to go to that. What were you thinking? Come back home. But when we're 110, you're going to be saying, guess what? It's 80 degrees. It's raining 2 to 3 days a week. Really? Lincoln, Montana. It is cold today, Des. It's just summer in Idaho, right? So we're going to kind of do this on the side. And cut it a little long. Gives me a little more play room. I don't measure ever. Never, ever will I ever measure. It's just not in my wheelhouse. I just more of a fly by the seat of your pants. And to be honest, it usually looks better that way anyhow. So, all right. We want to try to, what was I doing? Oh, that's pretty that way too. But I think I want the sunflowers to be mostly on the lid. And then that yellow part. So we're going to cut some of this off too. Right about here, just so I can have some kind of line, right? Trying to get it smaller so I can work with it better. So we'll just keep cutting it till we get to something we could use. And then we'll just figure it out. I have no plan. You're living vicarious through me. Perfect. I'm glad to hear it. Okay. I know, right? Weather has just been so weird everywhere. Okay, I'm going to cut it right there, and then we should be good with the cutting, and then we can leave it all hang over until it dries, and then we can sand off any excess. We'll see. So this is on my YouTube channel. I just dropped a video this last week. It's gotten lots of views, so I hope you guys go and watch it on YouTube. Where I did, what did I do? Oh, race stenciling. It's a really good one, so I hope you guys go and watch it. So we're going to kind of make sure we have the same amount of overhang. We're just going to do it and see what happens. Well, I cut a little short, but that's okay. All right, so basically we're going to start on one side. Gonna get it, that's white. Satin top coat is my go-to decoupage material.
Idaho is Psycho.
Yep. That's okay. So are we. So that's all that matters. I'm going to use the same brush I was using for white because I don't want to dirty a bunch of brushes. So this is called Satin Clear Coat. This is Dixie Belle product. It is my go-to decoupage medium. I like it because it has a pretty long open time, or meaning that it doesn't dry immediately and super fast. So it makes it a really good product to use for doing decoupage. Okay, try to make this a little even. I'm going to press down where I put the product and just kind of fold it in. It's going to wrinkle because it just does. Because we're going over like these curves, right? And you know what I know that I didn't do? I didn't put it on this inside of this lip right here. I'm going to go and push it right here. I like to only like apply the decoupage to like half of what I'm doing, not the whole thing. So that way I can just kind of go and smooth it over and just add it as I go. It makes it a little bit easier to manage what you're doing if you do it that way. If you get wrinkles, lift up your paper. Another thing you can do to help with wrinkles is take some water and spray your paper. It will help it stretch. Right? Good quality paper. I only sell 18-pound tissue paper. So it is a good quality paper. It doesn't rip like a more inexpensive decoupage medium would. It helps you to get out wrinkles too if you spray it. Now on a 10-pound paper, this would rip immediately and you would fail. So we're going to keep going. Anybody have questions? Still following? So this is Satin Clear Coat by Dixie Belle. We're going right over these humps. Hump the dumps. Remember this time, Debbie, to get it on the sides there. We already sprayed it, so it's going to help stretch it. It just helps the paper be a little more pliable. Now, a really good thing to think about too is if when you're doing this on a piece of furniture, if you would use a brush to smooth out your decoupage, it helps you to not rip it because you won't be able to press it as hard. Or take like a Walmart bag and crumble it up in your hand. I don't have one handy. And then you use that because you will rip this because you will over manipulate it with your hands. Thank you, Val. Right, you know, I've done this stuff for so long. I just try to give tips and tricks that I learned to you guys because why the heck not? That's why I started my YouTube, so that people could start learning a little bit more right along with me. Now, let's figure out how to do it on these little end things. I have to turn it so I can see it. Let's just cut them so that I can fold them down. A little bit of decoupage medium on this little end right here and right here. Fold it over. I don't think I got enough. I don't think I got any actually. There we go. Fold it over. Fold that one over. And you guys, it's a box, so it's not like it's a nice expensive piece of furniture I'm going to sell. I mean, I am going to sell the box. But and then on the edge, fold it over, choose your hands, and whatever looks janky, we can just sand it off later. Okay, it folds a really nice edge right there. See that? Creates an old little nice area. Do the same thing right here. We're just going to cut. It's decoupage. It's not rocket science. So. More curl tote. I appreciate that, Val. That means a lot to me that you say I'm a good teacher because I really enjoy like showing you guys how to do this stuff. So it really validates like what I do when people like the tutorials that I bring. Because you know, I don't get paid to do this, right? This is free content that you guys get. from somebody like me. Those are my secrets that I give away to you guys for nothing, for supporting my business. So, and I really love it when people realize that and appreciate that, because it does make me happy. Okay, see. Why does it look so? Does it look really weird that it's the camera? There we go. It's looking super white. Okay, see how it just tucked it in? We'll do it to this side. Okay, we're gonna take and just clip right here. And you know what? If you guys like rip this or something, just go with it and just kind of make it work. Because you can always paint over to hide any mistakes that you had. So just lift those up and generously put the satin clear coat on the edge, and then just fold it over. Fold this over. Fold this, tuck them into each other and fold them over. And if like, see right on this edge right here, I totally missed that. We'll just paint that like a blue and you'll never see it. The same color as the tissue. I could have cut it a little bit longer, but I didn't. How fun would this be for like a seed cattle, like to seed, do your seeds? I was just planting my flowers just the other day, and it made me think about all the seed packets I had. How nice. On top of my thing. How nice it would have been to have like a little thing where because I save my seeds every year from my flowers. How nice it would have been if I could have like categorized them in a little thing. So that's what made me think of a seed catalog. Aw, Desi, thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to take the same clear coat and we're going to go over the top. What this is going to do, see that handle where the handle was? You're not going to try to cut that right now. We're going to just let it go. You guys are awesome. You guys are all great customers, and I love you all for shopping and supporting local, because let me tell you, times have been tough in the store. I'm not going to lie. It's been slim pickings lately, and it's starting to get really scary in small business with this economy, and spending habits are just not what they used to be. So any support that I can get from you guys, whether it be watching my videos, sharing my videos with others, especially on YouTube. YouTube is going to help me get paid for content that I do. Facebook does not. I'm going to cut that one right there so it will fold over, and there we go. Put a little bit of decoupage medium underneath. So that's why I'm starting to ask you guys to watch the replays of this. If you're on Facebook and this is a replay, stop watching it on Facebook and go to YouTube and watch it, because it helps me with watch hours, which in turn helps to pay me for my content. So free to you, but I will eventually get paid when I get those silly little ads, right? I'm sure you get them now because they throw them on there. But pretty soon I'll get paid for having ads. Okay. So that is all ready, and it's going to just dry. Remember the handle in the middle? We're just going to let this dry, and then we're going to do something with it. So we'll set it to the side for now. Oh my gosh, I'm already in love with it. Here's the box. Huh. Colors. Hit me. Yellow. How about yellow? Let me tell you about when I prepped this box. I washed it with White Lightning and I rinsed it off, and then I quickly scuffed it. Look at what came off on my sandpaper. This is why we always prep. Even you can watch it on YouTube after. It doesn't count for my watch hours, Desi, while I'm live. It only counts after I'm live. So if you ever come on and watch a replay, hit me on YouTube on the replay. But anyhow, it doesn't matter. This is what came off of it, right? So this is why we always scuff it, because we don't know what hidden crap is on there. Okay, so I'm thinking yellow. I'm going to throw my brush in the sink because it's got a clear coat on it and it will dry, and I don't want to lose it. Hold on 2 seconds. We throw in some water. And I'm going to grab some yellow. maybe some green, maybe some blue, or maybe some blue and yellow, just because. So let's grab one of my favorite yellows. And then some. Oh. And maybe a pretty blue. Oh, I know which one. Okay. All right, let's grab those. See what trouble we can get into here. Blue and yellow. Yeah. So I grabbed 3 different paint lines. Okay. This is Mud Paint Butternut, which probably one of my all-time favorite yellows. Rebel Yellow from Dixie Belle used to be my favorite, and then they only make it in 4-ounce sizes now, so it's kind of hard to paint a buffet with a 4-ounce jar of paint. So Butternut it is with mud paint because it comes in all sizes. Colonel Mustard from Dixie Belle, right? Bright yellow, a little somber yellow, and then this is Miss Lillian's paint, which is all no wax paint. It's not an all-in-one. It doesn't have a built-in primer, but it does have, which is a dark blue. Let's see what trouble we can get into with this. Let me stand up. So let's hit it with some butternut. Woo, baby. Okay, so can I just say that about mud paint is a clay-based paint? Okay, one dip in my brush. One dip. The whole side of this is painted. One dip. Right? One dip. That's good quality paint. And it basically is almost dry. I'm going to go back in. I'm going to grab some Colonel Mustard just to give her some brightness. A little bit of Colonel Mustard. This is a chalk paint. We're doing a chalk paint over a clay paint, and then a no wax paint, which is kind of like an all paint, and then some blue right in the middle. Oh, wow. Beautiful. I'm going to add a little more yellow back into it. A little more of the butternut. So making more of a green color with these colors together, right? So we can play with this. We can let it dry a little bit. It's just going to be a garden box. It's not going to like have to be perfect, but look at that. Butternut on first. It does help when you use the right brush. I have a Klingon 040. These are all available on my website. My website is on the screen, tonatransformations.com. I do ship out next day. And if it's not on the website, it means it's not in stock. So I'm not one of those that's going to have it on my website and then tell you it's going to take 2 weeks. So if you are looking for something that I have used and it's not on there, it means it's not in stock. You can always send me a message and say, hey, Debbie, can you order that for me? I just don't want to be that person that, you know, you order something and then it takes 3 weeks to get it because I've got to order it then and so forth and so on. So whatever's on the website is in stock. How pretty. You guys like it so far? It looks beautiful. Thanks, Mel. Thank you, Des, for letting people know. You guys are so great. You know, and that's one way to support a small business without spending a dime. Watching a YouTube video. Isn't that insane? Right? I'm not making money off them yet, but I figure within about a year I should be able to make some money off of the YouTube videos. And by then I'll have, you know, I think I have 16 videos right now. And I just started like 3 months ago. So I will keep adding them and seeing what sticks and what doesn't, right? This paint is so smooth. Like the feel of it too is just amazing to put on. And you guys, I've hardly used any paint, right? We're going over black too. A good quality chalk or clay paint will go on just like this does. And that's why I'm using mud paint in butternut, which is mud paint is super one of my favorites. Getting ready to place an order with them actually tonight. They're local. They're out of Boise, actually. So I get paint very quick from them. And it comes in 8, 16, and 4. I mean, 4, 16, and 8 ounces. So if any of these colors you guys want and they're not on my website, just let me know and I'll order it. How to do that? It's just the little shimmer shammy of the color. Now, as far as the inside of these crates, I don't think I'm gonna like try to paint inside, but I think I do want to just hit this top so when you open the lid, it'll be yellow. So good quality paintbrush and good quality paint equals what? Good quality painting, right? No streaky, no having to do 4 and 5 coats, and durability. And so I think we will just leave the inside of the box as is. How cute is that? Oh my gosh, that's adorable. Boom. How easy was that, you guys? So dang easy. Even a 5th grader could do it. Dries, you can put another coat on if you want, or, you know, it looks pretty good to me. Just see what the scent looks like. I don't really like the blue as much. I'm going to add more yellow back onto it. I should have put green on it. Green might be prettier. I might add the green. It's kind of making it kind of too muddled down. So let me add some of that kernel mustard, which will brighten it up. Kernel mustard and the butternut together are very pretty. I'm itching to paint a buffet or a dresser with these, right now. I love the yellow. Actually, I have my buffet at home, which I've been looking at. And I keep saying, I should paint that. And then I'm like, I don't want to load it and bring it down here. And then I'm like, am I going to actually finish it if I sit there and do it at home? Because I don't have all my equipment. I have to bring everything home. Probably not. So that end, I'm not liking the blue as much. So this is what we do when we don't like it. We just go back over it. Pretty easy, right? Tone it down a little bit. Love the yellow. Me too. All right, let's put this to the side. Let's get out the heat gun real quick. Hit them all. Because we've got to get this lid dried so we can cut out the top of it. Oh, gosh. Oh, you know what I should put on it is orange. What was I thinking? Okay, we're going to do that. I'm going to hit this though really quick. I took a class last night at one of my friend's shops. I went down to Caldwell to my friend Jackie. She owns the Chippy Door. And I took a watercolor class last night. I don't do that stuff. Like, it's not what I do, right? I paint furniture. She had a gal in there that teaches it. She didn't teach it, but she has a gal who's a watercolor artist. She sells her stuff in Caldwell. And I had the best time. And I really enjoyed myself. So I think I'm going to start, for me, not for anybody else, start doing some watercolors. I'll show you what I did because I brought it in so I could paint a frame and actually frame it. I'm going to actually frame it. I'm pretty proud of myself because I don't do that. Like, I don't draw, like flowers and stuff. So I'm going to have to buy like a traceable to get the outlines of the flowers because I don't do that. This girl I don't know how to draw. I draw stick figures and they look stupid. I got lots of talents, but that's not one of them. I'm not an artist like that, but I can blend like a crazy girl. So watercolor ain't any different than any other kind of paint, right? Kind of what I figured out. I just had to learn the technique of it. So I'm just trying to dry this a little bit so that we can go in and kind of see what we can do about right here, the middle. I'm forcing it. I should wait till tomorrow, but you guys won't be here. So this right here, let me point you down again, is where the handle is, right there. So instead of guessing, I'm going to go in on this side, and I'm going to cut it right down where the handle is. So it's right there. And the easiest way to make the handle be totally slick and come out even is we're going to take a piece, and this is wet. I should wait. I should wait till tomorrow to do this. So if you wait and your piece is actually dry, this is much easier to do. So I'm going to sand away from the handle part gently because I'm going to rip it because it's still wet. And we're going to pull that off so that the handle does fit. And more than likely, I'm going to rip the paper like I did right there. Now, the reason that we put the white down first, if we didn't, this design would be super dark. It would show up very dark. So whenever you decoupage, you want to make sure that the underneath of where you're going to put your decoupage paper, medium, or whatever you're using, whether it be tissue paper or a napkin, and make it light. And that will allow for your pattern of your decoupage to pop, okay? Ooh, you know what, Ronnie? Thank you for that. I've seen those, right? They have those little ones that you can just put on something. Ooh, I need, because I was on Amazon last night looking at like traceable books. But you know what? That's an even better idea. Does anybody else paint like that? Do you use like a thing that you can trace? A projector that you can project it down to? They have those little ones. Remember when we were in school and we used to do that? You would do the projector and then it would put it on the wall. I may have to get one of those little ones. So now if I would have waited, it would have been better. But, you know. So now we have a way to stick this right on top of our box. Aha. Oh, it's still wet. How cute is that? We're going to add some orange, though. And this needs to dry more. But you get the idea. Had to show you. I got some orange right here. Right here. This is Florida Orange by Dixieville. I am almost out. I'm going to wipe this blue out of my container. Actually, I'm just going to get a new container. Yellow. Oh, got a goober in my paint. Yellow. Brown mustard. Butternut. And Florida Orange is also a Dixieville product, so it's chalk paint. The butternut is clay paint, but they do play very well together. This is stand up. Throw that yellow on there. And guess what? We're going to add the orange too. Yellow and orange make very, very, very sunshiny colors together. A little bit of the Colonel Mustard, which is the bright one. And now we have a rainbow. A beautiful summer rainbow. A little more orange up here. Red also looks very good with these colors. There you go. Now we're talking. That's what we needed, folks. And the blue. Even though there's blue in there, in the tissue, we don't want it. I want it to be bright. I am going to seal this, and since it will be something that you can basically use outside, I may just use a top coat instead of a wax, just because it will be more durable. And I actually can use that satin top coat I used for the tissue. I'm going to just do that top edge. What do you guys think? Yay or nay? A little bit. The yellow together. This paint goes on so smooth. I gotta tell you, mud paint is some of the smoothest paint I have ever used to apply. If you guys have never tried it, and their wax is phenomenal. It's the only paint that has a weird odor. It almost smells like sour milk. It's weird, but it's so cool. One of my favorite paints to paint with. I'm just gonna put a little orange here and there. A little orange dream. One more side. I'm just kind of dipping the colors together. See how smooth it goes on? It feels smooth too when you paint with it. Like it's just a blender's dream. There we go. Finish off that top. There, now we got the colors that I wanted. Right? Fire. And I still have plenty of paint left over to do another project with. Isn't it so cute? You've done it a couple times. Hi, Jana. The orange does look good, Ronnie. I totally agree. How cute is this? Let me just dry this off so we can put the lid back on. If I put it on now, it's just going to stick to it. Now, I was thinking too, I can take this part right here and I could like rust it to make it look like an old garden box. So we could add some rust on the sides, like just to make it look super old. What do you think? That might be kind of fun. Let me see if I can't take that camera and show you my Thrifty Thursday stash. In my back room, in my store, I know many of you that are on here, except for Ronnie, have been in the store. But in my back work area where I work, where I am right now, I have a whole back room where I keep my merchandise. It is a huge storage room. And it is all of my thrift store finds, right? That when I go out, I'll just randomly stop somewhere, or I'll find something at a yard sale, or I'll pick something up in an estate sale, and I just keep it forever. This box was one of those things because this box was in the back. I've had it for a long time. It still had the ticket on it from the auction. I mean, the number. So I know that I got it at a local auction. It's just something cool, right? I'm sure I didn't pay a whole lot for it. I don't remember. But these are just those unique items, right? And then we're just going to change it so that it will go with what we want it to do. And then we're going to put this right on top. That's better. Now look at how cute. Oh my gosh. How adorable is that? This is going to be available tomorrow in the store. We will clean out the inside. You know what would be cute? I think I have some stamps that maybe I could put flowers or seeds, like spell it out on the side. But then I was thinking, if I do that, what if somebody doesn't want it for that? Maybe I'll just leave it. If I can show you, I have to pick up my computer too because I'm on a webcam. Let me see if I can switch cameras. I think I can. Hold on 2 seconds. Let me switch cameras. Hold on. I'm still here. I'm going to put my computer camera on. Okay. Let me see. I know how to do this. There we go. Okay. I'm going to show you. Can you hear me now? Okay, I think you can, right? Because I'm on my computer camera. I'm on my laptop. I'm not using my phone because I want to be able to do. Okay, so this is my back room. See all my junk? That's all of my stash. Do you want to see how many candlesticks I have? I am a candlestick hoarder. Hoarder of candlesticks. Let's remove that so you can see better. There you go. Right? Look at how many I have. Let me get out. This is all the fun stuff. I have metal shells, floor to ceiling with stuff. Right? How fun is that? That's my projects. I got lots of projects. So anyhow, I have things. That's what I pull from to do this for you guys. I am working on this one right now. That one's going to go out soon. So anyhow, you guys, thanks for watching. My name is Debbie Tona. I am with Tona Transformations. And you know what I always say? Go out and be fabulous. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. And see you soon. Bye.